Can you go back to the Mugabe-Hagler fight? You were making comparisons to Triple G versus Canelo.
Yeah.
Break that down for us again, because I missed out on that.
Well, you got to look at the film. And you got to look at the logic of it and break it down from A to Z. And she was a stronger puncher, but not the skillful one. But he always had a puncher's chance. Mm-hmm. And he got some in, and Triple G would get some in. But it's how effective he gets it in and how effective the Canelo takes those punches. Very, very little people in history got away from not getting hit at all. But the game changer comes when Canelo do get hit. It's how he responds would dictate who will win the fight. And that's when Marvin Hagler and the John the Beast Mugabe came to mind. As I always say, that history always repeats itself, no matter in what type of sport or thing that's going on. But a lot of people don't pay attention long enough to understand that this was done before in a different era, or that had traces of the past. But if you ain't paying attention, you will never understand that, and you'll never see it. You'll definitely never see it. So the first thing I seen by studying late at night sometime on the East Coast time, what fight can I compare this fight to? As I break down fights by bringing up the past and having patience and discipline to say about these two fighters that's fighting each other. And even if they would not go to war, if I got an assignment with HBO or ESPN, I'll go do that on my own.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to make a comparison when I say it, because I want to be right and I want to show people that who want to be wrong. I want to show people that this is how far I go to bring credibility to what I say, not just because I'm Bernard Hopkins.
What makes Canelo versus Triple G so special, and why should fight fans tune in?
What makes Triple G and Canelo fight so special is because people wanted it, they asked for it, they thought it wasn't going to happen. When it happened, we made it happen. And it's just because the danger of it. I think when you look at why fights happen, and I think it's more of the skill level, but I think it's more of the danger of both fighters being knocked out or being beat by the other. And that's what the fans dictate. The fans really dictate as far as being verbal of who they want to see the fight, especially when both guys are on a collision course. And they want it when they want it, even though it might not be right to do it, but they want it. And that's why this fight's happening. This fight's happening because the fans asked for it. And I think they was kind of surprised that it happened as quickly. They didn't have to wait like a Pacquiao and the Floyd Mayweather fight, but they got a chance to see it. Just like we said, that we're going to fight 2 or 3 more fights, and we'll see you. And now those fights have passed, and here we are. So we lived up to our promise. Now it's all Canelo, and Canelo wanted the fight. See, this is the thing. If the promoter wants to fight and the fighter don't want to fight, that's wrong. If the fighter don't want to fight and the promoter wants to fight, then you can't force the fighter to fight. Right. Then the promoter is wrong. So the promoter is wrong no matter what. So it's easy when you got a guy that listens to his promoter and say, oh, right now, I know you want to, and listen, we know you can, but right now, being experienced, being 2 Hall of Famers, 2 legends, 2 guys that know about boxing, telling you, hold up, this tweak this and tweak that, you know, we'll see him 2 or 3 fights, he's going to be still there. Because nobody's going to be smart enough like we believe Canelo is right now to be able to dethrone the monster.
Does this type of fight, the matchup with Canelo versus Triple G, have that potential of seeing a rematch, a trilogy?
Yeah, this is no different than in their time when Alexis Aguayo fought Ann Pryor.
Oh, yeah.
So I can go to history and give us some good fights, man. So
And there was some controversy in that first one.
Exactly. That's why he fought the second time. I mean, yes, this is rivalries that every sport has. Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers in the 80s. These are just rivals. I know my history. I know my sport. I don't know everything, but I know rivalries. Look, the Lakers in Boston. So you know, this is, you know, it's always going to be rivalries in every top sport, especially in America. This is one. This is a rivalry that was talked about. Both guys was on a collision course, and now the course come to pass. And so when I'm to fruition, so now when I want to look at it as like this is, please everybody enjoy it. Obviously I'm biased. Y'all know who I want to win, and I want them to win big. Whether it's a knockout, I take it. Whether it's a 12-round hard gut, show determination, show they can get up off the floor if that's possible, if that's even happened. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you know, both guys, I believe, will have to rest a long time before they get back in the ring. That's the type of styles we're dealing with. Nobody will lead this fight unscathed.
Are you impressed with